Hi family, this is Stephanie Wade. I am Habasia. I am coming to you this morning from a front porch in the Gambia, West Africa. This is not my permanent home, this is my temporary home. I'm working on getting my land cleared and jamba and jelly. And believe you me guys, y'all are gonna see the whole process after I get my paperwork straightened out, all right. With the posts being put down and the fencing being planned, even the temporary fencing. Because you know, guys, it just has to be blocked off so everybody will know it's all mine. And then I'll even tell you about the process of building my little tiny house and let you see some of the things I'll be doing that process. But it's a long process, guys. So baby steps. I was asked about sharing my tea. Well, guys, here's my tea. See my little cup from Moe's too. People seem to like it. That's the front. My spoon. This is the tea I was using. Nothing special. It's Nim Nectar tea. I just ordered it. I brought it with me. I know they have Nim trees here, but I don't have access to everything. And they actually come in these little packets. I actually collect different teas and just try them. Not that I know a lot about them, I'm just trying to learn. And then this one is honey chai tea. And I only got it because it says vitality. And I use turmeric a lot because it's anti-inflammatory. And I'm allergic to aspirin. So since I can't have that, see this regular old tea bag, since I can't have that, sometimes my legs hurt me and on my hip, and that actually helps. And I also take black seed oil at home. In the U.S. and here, I have the black seed oil tablets I take. And this is just plain old organic honey that I got out of the store here. I don't need any purists telling me that it's not organic enough since it's in a plastic bottle. I'm in the motherland, guys. I take what I can get. Y'all can decide to just do it out while y'all here, if that's what y'all want to do, or bring your own everything, pack it. But by the time it goes in a container, believe you me, that container gonna be hot. Cause I don't believe y'all gonna be spending money on the refrigerated containers. But again, hey, maybe your pockets are deep, so maybe you will. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna let this tea sit a little bit. How y'all doing this morning? If this is the first time to my channel, please subscribe. And if you're coming back because you're a subscriber, thank y'all for coming back to visit with me. I love you guys. I appreciate all of you. I just decided to do a little tea and conversation with you guys this morning in the garden. You may hear some of the birds singing in the background, but I don't know. You know, it's not scripted. I was looking at the comments this morning and getting very motivated. They are very sweet comments. People asking me about my skin and everything, or how I keep it so youthful. And I just had to tell the truth. I don't do anything. I don't do anything. I just lived my life. My ancestors gave me good genes, guys. That's it. My ancestors. It's whoever your parents are that made you in the first place, your original creators. and their genes that they inherited from their creators, and so on until the very beginning. So that's all. I don't put any cucumbers or honey or whatever else on it. I put things in it most of the time what I can get. I go out of my way to try to live as healthy as possible. I try to get my rest. I actually sleep better in the motherland than I do when I'm back in Galveston. It's like my body is synced to here. So I wake up early in the morning before the sun rises, really. But of course, I keep going back to bed. And I hear the chickens crowing all day, all night. Chickens they don't have no sense of time. I don't know why they use them in the commercials for wake up in the morning, because they're not going to wake you up. Because if they're crowing all day long, you're desensitized by the time you hear a chicken in the morning. I'll be like, I'm already up, chicken, you know. But anyways, guys, I hope your day is going to be wonderful, because I know the majority of the people that's watching me in the U.S., they're probably still in the bed asleep, because they are like 6 hours behind me. So whenever y'all see this video, because it takes forever to upload, guys, it should be good morning to y'all still. I promise I'm going to try my best to upgrade this internet this week, if it's an upgrade possible, because it's like the Wizard of Oz. You're always searching for something, but then once you get it, it's not as good as you thought, you know? So anyways, all I can say is I'll do my best, guys, to try to find the place to get this new and improved, so I was told, internet service. And then I'll have my router, my personal router, where I will try my best to make better videos, more videos that can upload. I'll do my best. It's amazing how coming here is like a magnet for subscribers. When I get 1,000 subscribers, guys, I am going to do a live conversations. I don't know how many people gonna be on, but that day should be coming soon. Please encourage your family and friends to subscribe. Hey, it's free, guys. It's free. Oh, I had a good time yesterday looking at all of the comments. Some of them were pretty interesting. Some of them still wanted to know things about money that's not going to be answered by me. Money is something that's really irrelevant when it comes to someone else. It doesn't really matter what someone else does, because it's not you, you know? That's how I feel. I can know a lot of people that have money and houses or whatever, but I don't plan on building a house like them. And I don't have money like them. And besides, I don't know what they did to get that money. It's not my business, whatever they do with their money. I just know how deep or how shallow my pockets are. And that is what I'm going to live with. My mother taught me to first look at the price tag on anything and then look up. Look at that price tag and then look up. That means live within your means. Now, not everybody wants to do that, and I am not trying to convert anybody to anything. Believe me, I'm not. But I'm just talking about for me. All I'm doing is sharing my experiences and my thoughts with you guys. I'm not a gossip columnist. I'm not going to turn around and repeat something somebody else says. I don't know how people do that. And folks like that kind of stuff. But anyways, I'm just me, guys. I'm doing however I'm being led by the ancestors and by you. Your comments actually motivated me this morning to jump out of my bed and come out here while it was still quiet. My dogs even was looking at me. And the dogs belong to the house, guys. I just say my dogs. People want to know what the dogs' names are. I don't know. I just call them dog and I be nice and they look at me. And if they gonna say something, they'll say something in doggy language. I still don't know what they said either. But no, I don't know their names yet. By the time I know their names and bond with them, I might be staying in another place. I try not to over bond because I know that this too will pass. But I will get me some dogs. I don't know what kind though, y'all. I don't know what kind of dogs they have here. I'm not flying no dog on no plane. It's hard to get me on the plane. And I'm not giving the airline all my money just to fly something more than economy. I feel like if I fly economy, I could save my money and do some of the necessary things here. Because like I said, I know how my pockets are. I am retired and 67. Oh, guys, a comment. Somebody was making a comment on my saying I am a retired registered nurse. I am a happily retired registered nurse. Somebody was volunteering me to go and do some volunteer work at somewhere. I won't even say specifically because I don't want them to think I'm calling them out because I'm not. I just want to say in general, I retired from nursing. I will encourage anybody that's a nurse from the diaspora to come back. The young ones. And they can come back. They can train the young nurses here so they'll have improved skills and they can stay here and be a benefit to the people that's already here, including people like me. I'd like to go to a clinic and know I have some good nurses. I'd like to know they have some nice nurse clinicians out here and doctors too, but I haven't had time to check on the healthcare services because what, guys? I am here on a mission, and my mission is to get my land paperwork straight and to get my little bit of land fenced in. Simple as that. I'm not sharing any fencing prices with anybody, so don't ask. You know, I'm not doing no volunteer work anywhere. Not interested. Did it already when I was younger. I am retired. I'm trying to conserve my little old body. I have a nonprofit, which is Habasia. I will be doing some active things as the organization grows and gets what? Funding, guys. Because it's all about money. You have to have money to plan to do things. And it has to receive what? Funding, donations, etc. Anybody so motivated can go on www.habasia, that's HYBASIA.org, and you can donate whatever amount you are led to. It's there for you guys. It's a 501c3 organization. You can write it off to the full extent of the law. Talk to your tax consultants. Okay, I'm laughing because I remember on my comments I said I put a disclaimer on my videos, and I am telling you again, this is a big disclaimer. I am not associating on a day-to-day basis with any organization at all in the Gambia. None of them. I'm here independently. I did buy my land through somebody, but I'm not naming any names. It's plenty of places here where people can purchase land if they want to. But they need to come here first, visit, go around, look at the land first, and pick the one you want. If you like trees, like here, this place has trees everywhere. It doesn't start off with trees, they have to plant trees. My land is well cleared from the bush, but I have no trees, guys. I have to go out there, plant some trees. Even if I want to plant a few bamboo, I got to plant that. Whether it's neem or whatever, no matter what, I have to plant that. When I'm in a process and coming on the land on a almost daily basis, I'll plant flowers, because flowers have to be tended to a lot. Or plant during the rainy season where to get adequate rain and then be just surprised after the rainy season what pops up, you know? But that's my advice to y'all. But I can't make nobody do anything they don't want to do. You can give people advice until you're blue in the face, and they'll still turn around and do something for some odd reason that had nothing to do with you, but still put your name in it. But for me, do not say, I said, come to the motherland, come to the motherland. Do whatever you got to do to get here. No, I did not say that. I said, plan, and plan again. Do not burn your bridges, because you never know. Just don't do that. Relationships should be built. It's relationship building. It doesn't matter what I did after I got here, because the first thing I did was make friends after I got here. That's my whole intention, is building relationships. I cannot give my friends away. They're not to be given. I made friends. And not saying that my friends would not be your friends, but that would be because you made them. You made them your friends. I can't make anybody like or dislike anybody. You have to do the work, guys. You have to be a nice person, and people will be nice to you. Can't be talking down to somebody like you think you better than them. Nobody is better than nobody else. We're all the same people. The same people. I don't know how many times I have to say that. People may not get it, but I get it. My friends are my friends. That's it. I don't have any specific organization. I say that again. No specific organization I'm connected to that makes anything easier for me in the Gambia. It is my friends. I have family here, but they're busy right now. New babies and everything. So I haven't even seen them yet. I've heard from them, but I have not seen them. But as for my friends, they just a phone call away, and they'll go out of their way to make sure I have my needs met. I have a driver that's good, and he can take me anywhere. He just have to get used to my accent. He understands English just fine, but Texas accent is different than British accent or South African accent. It's just different, y'all. Y'all know that. Y'all do. For those that don't know, I used to live in Chicago. Probably about 5 years or so, and I assimilate real easily, at least I used to, before I understood the value of being yourself. And so when I moved back to Texas and started practicing nursing again, my patients couldn't understand me because I was speaking like I was in Chicago. And they would ask me stuff over and over and over. And so I practiced until I sounded like them again, and they quit asking me, what did I say? And after that, I decided no matter where I go in the world, I was going to be me. I'll do my best to learn the local greetings and all, but I want the people to understand that I did not come from here. My ancestors did. I would try my best to learn more and more words and phrases of the local language because I do respect it. But at 67, you cannot expect me to be fluent like I was a baby, a new baby that's just learning languages, and I can just pick up real easily. Or even a school age kid, they actually pick up languages pretty easily too. But the schools I go to is like for old people, it's like, yeah, what is that? It's called leisure learning, and you just keep going to school forever, you know? And it's at the community college, so that's good. But you go to school lifelong. It's called lifelong learning. Lifelong learning at College of the Mainland. And you can take all kind of cool classes for like $15 a semester. But now you can also use YouTube and all kind of other cool uh, places online to learn different things, whether it's to deal with your arts and crafts or whatever. Because really, I'm artsy craftsy. When I was young, all somebody black could do that was a female was to be a teacher or a nurse. And my grandfather used to say, as long as the world be world, they'll always need nurses. So I became a nurse. But I was always an artist. I used to make poodle dolls out of plastic. You'd have to take a little craft class to know how that's done. But anyway, I learned how to do that in junior high. Sam Houston Junior High in Galveston. So I learned how to do those dogs, and I did it so well that my next door neighbor, Miss Sporty, she liked the dog, and she said she wanted the dog to have a tail on it. And she told me put a popsicle stick and the dog would have a tail. So I listened to her because the customer is always right. So I did that. She bought that dog and ordered another dog. And I had a very good, bustling poodle dog making business hustle. And I used that money when I went to Houston, Texas to visit my cousins. I bought school clothes with it. That little $50 a year money to get clothes, and that included shoes from my parents, just wasn't enough. I had to supplement that. So that was one of the ways that I supplemented, by making things. So I was always an artist, always. Now, as for pictures and things, I think abstract was something that I did more of, and that was encouraged by my teacher. He like, oh, I really like that. It was some creatures, and they was around 3 purple moons or something. I don't know. I don't know what I did. But when I was trying to do the garbage can, and other people garbage can looked more real, he just said, do this one, do this one, which was the abstract. It's only lately that I started sketching and trying to do more realistic or surreal or futuristic pictures, because I took the class and I saw that everything is a process and everything works from what? Circles and lines. That is all. Circle and lines. It's not magic. It's just circles, lines, and practice. That's it. Circle, lines, practice. The techniques can all be learned. And the way you see it, though, will make your art different than someone else's art. And knowing the value of your art is what makes the art valuable. That's what I've seen around the world, not just here. The world is that people don't understand that their art is worth something and not just the cost of your paint. People that don't appreciate art, they will try to bargain folks down for original works of arts, guys. Original works of arts. Want to reduce it down to pennies and then turn around and talk about somebody's education level or sending somebody's kids to school. Like I said, let's not focus on doing things for people. Let's focus on doing things with people. Find out what people's needs are by listening to them. And if you can be of help for donating supplies that they need to create their art, and they can sell it on their own. They've been doing that. And encourage them to what? Ask for more money. And then they can buy their own art supplies the next time. And they gonna get into another market where people will appreciate their art, and they can move to another venue probably where people that don't mind spending money will see their art and even pay more money for it. Because you know, with art, it's all about the appreciation. They even have classes called art appreciation. A lot of people need to take that class. That's what I say. When they first go anywhere, they need to know about art appreciation. And then that way they will quit comparing some factory made prints, not art, prints. A print is a picture of somebody else's artwork. And then all they do is just print it out. It's a machine. And then they put some little cheap frames on it and charge you something. And then some people that's not thinking about art appreciation wants to compare the two when it's no comparison. It's like comparing apples to oranges. No comparison. I'm not interested in any prints. I like original artwork. I always have the artist sign their work after I pay them. Because for some reason, people don't like signing their art around the motherland. I don't know. When you don't sign your art, people will not appreciate it. And they will compare your art to factory processed prints, an inferior product that has nothing to do with creativity at all. But anyway, guys, that's my little talk about art, because that's my passion, guys. That's my passion. It just was not encouraged, because back in the day, like I said, all a little colored girl could do, because when I was young, that's what we were called, colored girls. So all this little colored girl was encouraged to do is become what? A nun. Since I was Catholic, or a nurse or a teacher. So I picked nursing. And I'm not going to say anything negative about it because I have met some wonderful people in nursing, and it has afforded me a retirement lifestyle that I'm not using any begging bowls. Not at all. Like I said, whatever people want to donate to Habasia is welcomed because that helps me and other people that's in the organization encourage other people to what? Self-sufficiency through education. And it's, trade, arts, even encourage people to go to all types of schools. But it's according to the amount of money that's inside of the organization and what program we're developing at the time. Like I said, right now, no, I'm not actively doing it right now because the funding is not there right now. Right now, it's on a Mother Teresa level. And right now, my time is to what? Get my land developed. Get the paperwork done, number one. Then after that, developing it. And I'll have you guys in on the process. So I'm going to wrap up this conversation. I hope I answered some of your questions about me. And I hope you're motivated to share this video. And the new subscribers, welcome. I sure hope my tipping point has happened for getting subscribers. I would like to share with more people. Like I said, I will be doing lives after I get 1,000 subscribers. And I will work on getting monetized at that time. All that music and stuff, like I said, somebody I know is going to help me. If not, I will find somebody that's technically savvy. What? After I get the 1,000 subscribers and can even just fill out the little forms for the monetization. That may be a motivation to me to do that. But anyway, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. I had a good time sitting in my garden talking to all of you. If you have subjects that you want me to talk about, leave it where? In the comments down below. I'll do my best to answer them. I can Google and look up stuff if I don't know the answer. And I don't have a problem with telling you guys I don't know. My best advice to everybody is what? Come to the motherland. Visit. It has 50-something countries. Research whichever one you want to go to. And then do that. I don't have to tell you how to save your money to go or not save your money to go if you have deep pockets. It's up to you. You know what you want to do. You grown, as they say. You grown. So you grown folks out there, do what you need to do to get it together. Visit the motherland a week or two or longer. You know how long you want to stay. Stay at a hotel. They got all kind of apps where you can pick whatever hotel you want. If you want 3-4 star, they have that. It's up to you. You know what you want to do. If you want to stay like I'm staying at the Airbnbs, that's up to you. But realize that the experience is non-scripted. It's not like at a hotel. Whatever is the description in the app may not be necessarily so, or they may just tell you the best parts about it, so you'll pick. And that's just business, guys. But then when you see the complete package, that's the learning experience, you know? So it can be either half empty or half full, but only you know that. Me, as usual, I'm a half full glass person. So no matter where I am, I'm going to see the positive aspects of it, because my number one thing that I want to develop is relationships. And you can do that anywhere. It's up to who? You. It's up to you. If you treat people like you want to be treated, you will make all the positive relationships you want in this world. You know, you can take that advice or leave it, but that's the best that I can give you. And like I said, if it's your first time coming, I would advise you to stay at a hotel, know what kind of experience you want, see the sights, enjoy them, you know, enjoy them. Try to stay centrally located where you can get to the sites easier. Even though you have a taxi, still, it costs money to go from point A to point B. I'm limiting how often I be in taxis, because even if it's a reasonable rate, it does add up, guys. It does add up. So I don't willy-nilly just get in a taxi every day. I just don't do that. But anyway, guys, I am going to cut this video short, because, not short, but I will close it down, because I cannot control the sights and sounds around me. And somebody in the neighborhood is revving a little old raggedy car, making noise. And since I can't control that, I'm not good at editing. So y'all will be like, oh my God, why didn't you just edit that out? Because I'm 67 and I'm not high tech. I don't know how to do all this stuff. And I'm limited with this old camera in the motherland. This is the one that uploads to YouTube. Some of that other stuff I did on my iPhone, it's not going to upload till I get back to the US. But anyway, guys, peace, peace, power to the people, and I'm out, y'all. Bye.